Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you look at the UFC lightweight rankings right now, one thing makes no sense. The #1 contender in the world, Arman Tsarukyan, is not fighting for the interim title at UFC 324 this month. Instead, we're getting Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Fans have been asking, how does the #1 guy get skipped? Well, Dana White just sat down and gave us the honest truth. It turns out Arman didn't just lose his title shot in the cage, he lost it during a face-off. Let's talk about the headbutt that changed everything. Let's go back to last November. Arman was headlining UFC Qatar against the fan favorite Dan Hooker. It was a massive fight for Arman to prove he's the next king of the division. But at the ceremonial weigh-ins, things got way too heated. During the stare-down, Arman leaned in and actually headbutted Dan Hooker. It wasn't a massive blow, but it was enough that security had to jump in immediately. Dana White was asked about this yesterday and he didn't hold back. He said that headbutt played a 100% role in why Arman isn't fighting for the belt on January 24th.
I obviously am not one of these fans, but some fans thought Arman should have been the one to get a 155 title pound shot.
We knew that would happen too.
Of course. Did the headbutt play any factor in the decision to
100%,
not go with him? It did, right?
A lot of things have factored in, Yes.
Dana's point was simple. When you're that close to a title shot, you have to be a professional. You can't risk injuring your opponent and canceling a main event the day before the fight. Now you might be thinking, wait, it's just a headbutt, people have done worse. And you're right. But for Arman, this was the third strike. UFC 300. Remember when he punched a fan during his walkout? That cost him a $25,000 fine and a 9-month suspension. UFC 311. He was supposed to fight Islam Makhachev for the title last year, but pulled out on the very last day because of a back injury. The headbutt. Then he almost ruined the Qatar main event by headbutting Hooker. Dana White basically said that all these things factored in. The UFC sees Arman as a guy who is amazing in the cage, but a liability outside of it. They wanted someone they could trust for the big Paramount Plus debut, and right now, they trust Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje more than they trust Arman. He did his job perfectly once the cage door closed. But in the UFC, being the best fighter isn't always enough. You have to play the game too, because he can't stop getting into trouble. He's now sitting on the sidelines watching the #4 and #5 ranked guys fight for the gold he should be holding. So, here's the big question for you guys. Is Dana White being too hard on Arman? Should a headbutt at a weigh-in really take away a man's dream of becoming champion? Arman is now trying to be the backup fighter for UFC 324 just to stay in the UFC's good graces. But if Justin or Paddy wins, Arman might be waiting until the end of 2026 for another chance. What do you think? Did Arman deserve to be skipped? Or is the UFC just looking for an excuse to push Paddy Pimblett? Let me know in the comments. I'm reading all of them. Hit that like button and I'll see you in the next one.